Los Angeles, California. Michael Bublé is married to Argentine actress and model Luisana Lopilato. The two met in 2008 after one of his concerts in Argentina. At the time, Luisana didn't speak much English and Bublé didn't speak much Spanish, but their connection was instant. They got engaged in 2009 and married in 2011. Often described as loving and playful, they now have 4 children: Noah, Elias, Vida, and Cello. Before finding Luisana, Bublé had gone through 3 failed engagements. His first engagement was with actress Debbie Timus, whom he dated for many years. In 2005, their relationship came to an end, and a few of his songs, such as Lost, were influenced by the breakup. Following Debbie, Bublé was engaged to British actress Emily Blunt. The two were together for several years, and their love eventually came to an end in 2008 without any hard feelings between them. Though the third marriage is less famous, these experiences taught Bublé much about love and relationships. He confessed that the previous relationships he had were filled with problems, and finding Luisana was a turning point in his life. Bublé tells how fortunate he is to have her. He even called her the one who changed everything for him. Nowadays, Bublé and Luisana have managed to create a happy family life together despite all the adversities they have faced. The Voice star Michael Bublé and Emily Blunt broke up in 2008 after 3 years of being together because they simply weren't meant to be with each other. In the interviews, Bublé mentioned that his breakup wasn't because of cheating issues. Instead, it was because they learned that they were mismatched. As he mentioned, "She's a beautiful and loving person." The relationship helped him learn much more about himself. In an interview in 2015 with British television presenter Denise Van Outen, Bublé had said, "I got my karma," where he actually admitted to having been negligent with the girl's heart during their times together. Taking full responsibility for his behavior, he underlined that the breakup happened because they were at different times of their lives. For her part, Blunt has been considerably more tight-lipped about the specifics of the split, referring to the situation as complicated when asked about it in interviews. Both eventually went on to find love elsewhere. Bublé married actress Luisana Lopilato, while Blunt married actor John Krasinski. Till he married Luisana Lopilato, Michael Bublé was more known for his high-profile relationships, one of them being the engagement to actress Emily Blunt. Back then, Bublé did receive some criticism from people around him. For example, some sources claimed that Bublé ex-fiancés found him egocentric. A reported incident in Page 6 highlighted Bublé bragging about his bedroom skills at a Paris hotel bar while wearing a ridiculous vest. The story underlined that his arrogant boasts about how he is with women obviously had no effect on Blunt, but did bring some public negative attention to his character. He described himself as careless and reckless in the previous relationships, making mistakes which he could reflect upon today. He reflected that through all these experiences, he grew up and finally oriented himself toward a more mature and stable relationship he has with his wife, Luisana Lopilato. Michael Bublé, the Canadian crooner whose smooth voice has captivated audiences worldwide, has long been a fixture in the music scene. With hit songs like "Haven't Met You Yet," "Feeling Good," and "Home," Bublé has become known not only for his timeless vocals but also for his charismatic and heartfelt presence. However, despite his fame and success, Bublé's love life has been an area of intrigue for fans over the years. While the singer's romantic life has been followed by the media, it wasn't until he met the woman who would eventually become his wife that things truly fell into place for him. For Michael Bublé, his journey to finding the one was a long and winding road, one that included 3 failed engagements before finally meeting his perfect match. The journey to finding love. Before his marriage to his current wife, Luisana Lopilato, Michael Bublé had been in several high-profile relationships. While his past relationships had garnered plenty of media attention, it was clear that Bublé was still on the search for the right woman, someone who would truly understand him and support his life's ambitions. His previous engagements were short-lived, and they didn't seem to bring him the lasting happiness he had hoped for. His first engagement to actress and model Debbie Timus in the early 2000s ended after several years together. Bublé, who has always been open about his emotions, was deeply affected by the split, and it was a wake-up call for him. His next engagement, to actress and reality TV personality Emily Blunt, was also short-lived. Despite the intense chemistry and public affection, the relationship ultimately ended. Similarly, his third engagement to model and actress Jessica Biel also came to an end, and the reasons behind the split remain largely private. After 3 failed engagements, it seemed that Michael Bublé had begun to lose faith in love. But as is often the case with people who are meant for each other, true love came into his life when he least expected it. In fact, it was a chance meeting with his future wife that completely changed his perspective on love and relationships. Who is Michael Bublé's wife, Luisana Lopilato? Michael Bublé's wife, Luisana Lopilato, is an Argentine actress, model, and singer, best known for her roles in Argentine telenovelas and film. Born on January 18, 1987 in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Luisana began her career at a young age. She made her acting debut in the early 2000s and became a household name in Argentina. Her beauty, talent, and charm quickly earned her a place in the spotlight, and she appeared in a variety of successful TV shows, movies, and advertising campaigns. Luisana's rise to fame in Argentina wasn't limited to her acting. She also pursued a career in music and modeling, and she garnered attention for her versatility and radiant personality. Known for her warmth and down-to-earth demeanor, Luisana became one of Argentina's most beloved public figures. It's no surprise that Michael Bublé, a man with a similar charisma and charm, was drawn to her both personally and professionally. The meeting. Love at first sight. Michael Bublé and Luisana Lopilato's love story began in 2008, and their connection was instant. The two met while Bublé was on a promotional tour for his album, Call Me Irresponsible. At the time, Bublé was still reeling from the aftermath of his previous breakups and failed engagements, and he wasn't particularly focused on finding love. However, everything changed when he met Luisana. The chemistry between them was undeniable from the start. According to Bublé, meeting Luisana was like a moment of clarity. He has been quoted as saying that when he met her, he immediately knew she was the one. Their attraction was instant, and they formed a connection that felt genuine and lasting. Bublé's previous relationships had been marked by a sense of uncertainty, but with Luisana, things felt different. Bublé's connection with Luisana was also strengthened by their shared values. Both were grounded in family and faith, and their strong cultural backgrounds played an important role in helping them form a deep bond. For Bublé, who had struggled to find someone who truly understood him, meeting Luisana felt like a dream come true. His failed engagements had left him feeling disillusioned, but with Luisana, he found a sense of security and happiness he had long been searching for. The proposal and engagement. After a whirlwind romance, Michael Bublé proposed to Luisana Lopilato in 2009. The couple's engagement was a joyous occasion for both their families, but it wasn't without its own challenges. Despite Bublé's past heartbreaks, he was certain that Luisana was the one he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. Their engagement was celebrated by fans and the media, and the couple's love was evident in their public appearances. Bublé, who had previously been known for his more private relationships, opened up about his feelings for Luisana, gushing about her beauty and warmth in interviews. For him, she represented a new chapter in his life, a chapter filled with love, hope, and the promise of a lasting partnership. The wedding. Michael Bublé and Luisana Lopilato tied the knot in March 2011 in a stunning ceremony in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The wedding was a beautiful, intimate affair, attended by close family and friends. It was a momentous occasion, not just for the couple but for their fans who had followed their love story from the beginning. The ceremony was full of emotion, with Bublé expressing his deep love for his new wife in heartfelt speeches. The couple looked radiant together, and their connection was palpable throughout the event. For Bublé, the wedding represented not just the culmination of a romantic journey but also the beginning of a new chapter in his life, a chapter that would include starting a family and building a life with the woman he truly loved. Life after marriage, family and career. Since their wedding, Michael Bublé and Luisana Lopilato have built a life together that includes both family and career. The couple has 3 children, sons Noah, Elias, and daughter Vida. Their family has been the cornerstone of their relationship, and Bublé has often spoken about how much he values his role as a father. His relationship with Luisana has remained a source of joy and stability, and they continue to support each other in both their personal and professional lives. Luisana has often accompanied Bublé to his concerts and public events, and the couple has been open about how important their family life is to them. While Bublé's career continues to flourish, with his music remaining as popular as ever, he has made it clear that his family comes first. He has shared how becoming a father has changed his perspective on life, and how his marriage to Luisana has brought him the happiness and fulfillment that he had been searching for after his past heartbreaks.